Hey everybody, I wanted to show you or give you a quick overview of the Google Analytics for the United Way. I know that you're doing Google Analytics training, so a lot of these details should be revealed then, but just basics on how to access it. So if you go to analytics.google.com and click enter, the first thing that you should see is this dashboard. You may have to sign in prior to that to your Google account. And depending on if you have multiple accounts that you have access to, you may need to switch it here to analytics accounts. But you should be able to access this and go into this proper view to see this main dashboard. So this is the home. It's kind of a mixture of different dashboards that we can explore into more often and differently. It's going to show us the basic amount of users, the sessions, the bounce rate, the session duration, things like that. And then down here, you'll get a basic acquisition report view. So this is something that you can explore deeper by clicking on acquisition report or by using this button over here on the left to really dive into that information. And then it'll also provide you some basic behavior and user metrics. So, which page is visited the most, the difference between active users and how active they are. And the different sessions by device is an interesting one. So the majority of people are visiting on desktop while mobile and tablet are much lower. And then user retention is an interesting report that's kind of hard to really dive into, but once you understand it, it's really interesting. It shows you, the amount of people that are visiting the website, that are repeat visitors to the website throughout a couple of weeks. So here in this first week, week 0, you have, 100% retention. This number is saying 123 users. The week after that, your retention is about 2%. And so 2 of those users came back. And then week after that, there's 5 people that from this original pool of 123 that returned as well. And so it's kind of showing us how many people we have throughout the few weeks and how many people are coming back to the website for the last 6 weeks. So this cohort analysis is really interesting to explore and research because it can provide you some really awesome insights. The other one that I want to showcase is, because many of these are interesting, but I think you can really figure them out by just exploring them. One note actually is some of the insights in audience analytics may not be available. So things like demographics and interests may not be an opportunity to view in Google Analytics. Try looking into these on Squarespace Analytics. Someone else from your team might have this data, or using Facebook or LinkedIn to really look at this information. It's sometimes limited because you need to have a Google Ads account and run advertisements in order for Google to collect some of this information. And since the United Way is not doing that, that information is not available. But you can go into things like technology and mobile and things like that to really understand what, mobile devices people who are visiting the website are using. So it'll say, desktop, mobile, tablet, similar to the report we just looked at in a different view is outlined here. But if we go to acquisition is going to show us how people arrived on the website. So whether they were using direct, organic search, referrals, or social, this is all detailed in these reports. So a direct referral is someone who simply types in the URL, which is invitedtoliveunited.org, and hit enter, and they arrive on the website. The same that's what a direct referral is. So 102 people did that, which means that either people really are aware of what this URL is, they have it bookmarked maybe, or there's also a chance that the admins like Holly and Laura and our client keep visiting the website. So maybe there's a way to figure out, where geographically and very specifically these are direct referrals are coming from. You can also look at organic searches. So if someone were to Google United Way, Delaware County, and they found this website and clicked on it, that would be an organic search. A referral oftentimes refers to, arriving at the website from a different website. Sometimes that can be, a different page within the website. And social is social media. So this would be good to compare to the social media analytics. How many times do they post links to their website, and how many interactions do those posts have compared to this metric? So is it accurate? So then I would also recommend looking at the behavior analytics. So behavior is really interesting because it's showing us the top pages on the website. So the home page is the top page. People are interested in their team and things like that. COVID-19 is a separate page. One thing to think about is, what is the donations page? You know, if one of the main goals for the United Way is to drive donations, why isn't that page one of the top 10? And how can we get more people to go to that page? We can look at behavior flow. Behavior flow is a really fun report because it shows you what people did when they arrived on the website. It's a little, confusing to look at first, but it'll show you the landing page, which is going to be the same essentially as the starting page. So this is where people started on the website. This backslash here just means it's the main page. And then you have backslash COVID-19. And so everything before the backslash is going to be invited to liveunited.org and then backslash something. And so that counts as the starting pages. And so, 135 people arrived at the main page. And from there, we see that there was about a 40.9% drop off of total traffic. 90 people just left the page from there. From here, though, about 12 people went to our team, 6 people went to news, education, ERI grant seekers, and then 16 more. You can expand this to look at the details. And then you can continue to read the report to see where people went. So from our team, you had people go back to the home page. You had people go from the home page to ERI grant seekers. So people are interacting with the website, and understanding how they do that is really important to, the content we post on the website. So why is it that people are just leaving the homepage so much? What is not enticing about this? Is there no call to action? What do they need in order to engage these other pages? And so then there's a couple of other pieces of content here that are good to look at. You can review site content, which will provide you an overview of all the pages for the United Way. So again, the home page is number 1 and shows you 1 through 10 again. And you can filter this and add different dimensions and sort it by different analytics and look at these different visualizations even, so we can make a pie chart out of it. We can look at it as a bar graph, all kinds of different things. One thing that you might want to check out is the difference between landing pages and exit pages. So what pages are they landing on, and where are they leaving from? So if we look at exit pages, the number 1, as we saw in the behavior report and the behavior flow report, is the number 1 exit page is still the home page. So let's just figure out why that's the case. So that's kind of a basic overview of some of the different insights and analytic reports that you can review in Google. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to take some time to talk to you about it. I love talking about this stuff, and I appreciate your patience as we've been trying to figure out how these analytics reports are going to work and getting you all access. And thanks for sticking with it, and I'm looking forward to your questions and the things that you figure out on this. So thank you so much.